Hi, welcome to NLC Test Prep's online webinar. So my name is Chris, and you've probably talked to me if you've ever scheduled a phone call or needed questions answered, having access issues to the exam or any of the material. That's what I help out with. And then I've been working for Dr. Nettleman for about a year now. So let's go ahead and get started and ask NLC Prep some questions. So first thing is, we're going to talk about the problem. Biggest problem that we've found is NLC Test Prep was started in 2012 by Dr. Tony Nettleman when he first started studying for his own surveying exams. He found the lack of prep material. It was very difficult and there wasn't a lot to study. After spending hundreds of hours preparing for the exams and seeing that his current university students had the same problem, Dr. Nettleman decided to do something about it, and that's when he created NLC Test Prep. So Dr. Nettleman took it upon himself to create a set of preparation materials out of the information that was out. So from books like the NSPS Terms and Definitions, Clark's Surveying, Brown's Boundary Control, Elementary Surveying, Computations and Adjustments. Dr. Nettleman sifted through all the textbooks, materials to determine the most knowledge that he could that was relevant for each exam. And then the solution was about the abundant number of materials, and Dr. Nettleman's plan was to provide a clear and concise way of putting it all organized and together. So like I said, there's a plethora of information out there. It was just a matter of determining what was the most useful bits of information and putting it in a comprehensive prep course for the exams to be taken. He had then started helping his colleagues and the other surveyors into the industry for passing their exams. The end result, after many iterations of the course, NLC Prep has added, subtracted, edited, and honed in its content to each of the students to greatly enhance their passing of the FSPS state-specific exams and the for the NLC Prep's material. So the main courses that we do offer are the Fundamentals of Surveying, also known as the LSIT in some states or the SIT exams. And 2 is the Principles and Practices. So this is the next one right after the Fundamentals of Surveying. The exam that the students take after gaining office and or field experience. And this is the one that you need prior to sitting for your state-specific exam. So the Fundamentals of Surveying online course covers everything that you need to know, and it's been updated for the July 2020 changes. So you'll learn everything from geodesy, math techniques, GIS, survey computations, boundary law, spatial data, and several more, covering all the categories that are on the exam. For the Principles and Practices, it's a little smaller than the Fundamentals of Surveying, but it's still going to include everything. So with it, you're going to gain all the sections, again, that are covered. So your boundary law, survey computations, business management, professional communication, legal aspects, and a couple others, all of which are provided to help you pass the exams on your first try. Next, we do offer several state specifics. So we offer the Florida, the PSM, Professional Surveyor Mappers, the Texas RPLS, and California state specifics. One of the other great things that NLC Test Prep does offer is the pre-programmed calculator, offering 18 different functions. Now, when you purchase the calculator, it comes with an online tutorial to show you how to properly care and maintain it, as well as step-by-step instructions on how to run the programs. And you'll get this for the life of the purchase. You also get the user's guide for the HP 35. Now, some of the programs that it does run is area by coordinates, COGOs, unit conversions, curves, inversing, traversing, triangles. I mean, that's a lot. You're getting a lot of information that you're able to do with this one calculator. And that's why we offer the Make It a Combo. So the Make It a Combo is great. So what it'll do is provide you with the online course, the full-length practice exam, which you can see in the center, as well as the pre-programmed calculator I was just telling you about that has all the different survey programs that you can run and operate with it, the user guide, as well as a survey terms and definitions book, plus a boundaries and landmarks book. So you're getting a lot of material and a lot of information for your courses. So whether it be the FS, PS, or the state specifics. Now all the state specifics you can see in the top left corner is California collection of California statutes. So that'll come with any of the state specifics. So whether it be California, Florida, or Texas, you'll get a state-specific statutes when you purchase the combo. Next is we can ask some questions. So is there anything that you guys have or want to know about for studying for an exam? Maybe you've got interested in one of the courses. We can answer any of those for you as well. So like I said, one of the nice things is that we do offer, basically you can get the online course covering everything for you, as well as the combo, which will give you the pre-programmed calculator, the full online course. You'll get an additional hard copy practice exam, and that'll be everything that you need in order to study and pass the exams on the first try. NLC Prep also does offer a guarantee. We're one of the few places that do. So not only do you get the course and you get 12-month subscription for it, but you're also going to get the guaranteed pass. So if you take that course and you are not able to pass within that 12-month period, we'll go ahead and extend it for you and provide you additional resources on your lower categories so that you can go ahead and pass it and complete it. Going back to the fundamentals of surveying. So when you purchase the fundamentals of surveying, you'll be able to capture everything that's on it. So like we were talking about, your basic sciences, boundary law, geodesy and surveying computations, public land systems. So it's going to give you everything that you need to know in order to sit for that SIT. And it has been updated for the July 2020 revisions. And then principles and practices, same thing. Like we talked about or discussed, we're going to have the different topics that are covered on the exam, so that you'll cover professional surveying practices, standards and specifications, business practices, types of surveys. In all the online courses, you'll get a full-length practice exam at the end of it, which is great. So then you can actually find out where you sit. So you'll be able to take the full exam at the very end after studying all the material. Go ahead and go through the final exam, and it'll give you a score, or a grade basically. And with that, we can determine if you need any additional help or where you sit, so that you'll know if you're prepared or not prepared, and go through some of the other categories again. Again, my name is Chris with NLC Test Prep. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment or anything. We can get back to you as well. Great. So we got one individual there asking if we have any free resources. So we do. We do have free resources for the FS, the PS, and the state specifics. So you can log on to our website, nlcprep.com, go on there, and you're able to get a free preview of basically the course outline, what's on the exams, and everything as well. We can also go through some of the other basic questions that people do ask. So first is, let's say, what kind of products does NLC Test Prep sell to help me pass the fundamentals of land surveying exam or the LSIT exam? So there's basically 3 different products to help you with the exam. So there's the FS online course, there's the FS exam hard copy, as well as the pre-programmed calculator. So like I said, the pre-programmed calculator is helpful because it's usable on all the exams. So you can use it on the FS, PS, or any state-specific exam. Whether you're in California, Wyoming, New York, it doesn't matter. This calculator is usable on any of the state-specific exams. One of the other questions that we get a lot of is in your course material, and how up-to-date is it? So like we were talking about, the Fundamentals of Surveying was just updated for the July 2020 revisions. So that is the most current and up-to-date. Next question we get asked most often was the cost. So the full combo, the Fundamentals of Surveying, Principles, Practices, or any of the state-specific combos, those run $9.99. So with that, like I said, you're getting the full online course, giving you videos, workbooks, you're getting quizzes at the end of the sections, as well as a full-length practice exam at the end of it. So you're getting a lot of information. You get that as well as the HP 35 pre-programmed calculator running the different programs from, like I said, inversing, traversing, triangles, bearings, and azimuths. So it'll do 18 different, basically, surveying programs. The next is that full-length practice exam. So you're getting the full-length practice exam, so it's like an additional one on top of the online course that you already have. That's great. So you're getting 2 tests, basically, 2 practice exams with the combo. You're also getting 2 additional resources, which we had talked about, which is the NSPS terms and definitions, as well as the boundaries and landmarks book, which is great information to have. One of the other common questions that we do get, what is the difference between Fundamentals of Surveying exam and Surveyor and Training exam? So there isn't anything, it's just state, basically. So there's Surveyor and Training, LSIT, SIT, or FS are all the same. So every state may call it a little different, but they're all the Fundamentals of Surveying exam. And that's the first exam that you need in order to pass. One of the other big questions that we always get is how long do you have access to the course material? So the online course, you get 12 months of access. So you get 1 year for basically access, and you can go through the course as many times as you need, taking the quizzes, the exams as many times as you need. Now, if let's say that you go and you're not able to take your exam within that year, you can always extend it for an additional $99 so that you can get an additional year, so you'll have 2 years for basically another $100. One of the other topics that is most commonly asked is how do we know what courses are covered and all the subjects that are tested on the FS exam. So inside the welcome and test tips of each one, whether it be the fundamentals, the PS, or the state specifics, we do have basically the specs or PDF from NCEES. So that'll give you all the information on what categories are covered, and they are the most current and up-to-date as far as information goes. Another question that we get asked the most common is if somebody has a question or comment. So if you're going through the course and you have a problem and you're not able to figure it out, and we've provided you with the answer, but you're still not putting 2 and 2 together, you can leave a comment right there on the site. Dr. Nettleman will personally look at it, review it, and get back to you. He could be like, okay, well, based on, the boundary law, such and such, this is the reason why it's getting there. So don't feel like just because you purchased it that you're all done. We're here to help. You can call me anytime between 8 and 2 Eastern time. It's typically me if you have any problems with the course, going through access, something's not loading right, go ahead and contact me. That's what I'm here for. And then if you have any, specific questions on some of the calculations or why the answer is this, then just leave a comment. Dr. Nettleman will get back to you. So next is basically asking questions about it, same thing. So they wanted to know if they make a comment on the modules, how long does it take? Typically, it'll take about 5 business days in order for Dr. Nettleman to review it and process it and go through and change it or make any corrections or get back to you. That way he can verify it and everything as well to make sure that it is the correct answer. And another common question we get is I keep hearing about the phase CBT, and people are not sure what that means. So as of July 1st, 2017, the fundamentals of exam was updated not only to be computer-based test, which is the CBT, it also contains different question types that are than the usual multi-choice with one correct answer format. So they're basically able to change it. So you may go in at the same time as one of your friends. However, they may have a completely different set of questions than you do. And one of the other ones is how long can I keep in touch with you as I progress through or how can I keep in touch with you as I progress through the study materials? So that's another good question. So biggest thing is, like I said, you can go on to the course. You can either leave a comment if it's specific about that and you have questions. Dr. Nettleman can get back to you. If you have other issues, you can either contact us at the 877-758-6262, or you can go on nlcprep.com, or through your site, you can go ahead and just reply back to the email from the original one I sent you. That way I can take care of any questions or comments that you might have and get the course resolved up and running for you. Whatever needs to be done, we'll take care of you. And one of the other questions is, if I'm not quite ready to purchase the bundle, but I'd like some practice answers for the FS, what are there for any free resources? So if you want that, you can head to NLC's YouTube site. So you can go to youtube.com/C/C Nettleman net.net1 for dozens of answers and explanations. So you can always look for us, and we've got tons of different free resources that are out there, whether it be on YouTube. You can download some of the welcome and test tips, the material that we go through on there, as well as some of the books that we discussed earlier, which would be like the Browns and what have you. So you're able to either get that from a friend, or if you know the surveyor that you're currently under, if they've got Clark's on surveying and boundaries or something, you can always borrow that. But there are some resources out there for getting those. And those are the typical common questions that we have. Again, my name is Chris with NLC Test Prep. I do most of the sales and operations. So like I said, if you guys do schedule a call, typically it'll be me that you talk to. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and we can always get back to you later. Thank you.